to the Jeremy Hill live stream. This is a very unexpected live stream. I was meditating and said I'm going to talk about this one issue right here. I want to tell you, gentlemen out there, to never become attached to a black woman. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to bash women, but I'm going to give you my reasons for that. I want you first to understand that there is a difference between attachment and love. Attachment is just a higher level of liking someone. This is why when a woman gets emotionally attached to you, it is nothing for her to become detached from you because it's based on emotion. As soon as a woman feels as if she's getting bored, or if a woman feels as if you're not doing what you need to do for her, if she feels that you're lacking, or if something better comes along, she can easily detach from the situation. But love, when it comes to love, gentlemen, love is undying. Although this is not a spiritual channel, I tend to touch on spiritual matters to drive home my point. And let me tell you what I mean. God never tells the woman to love the man. He only tells the man to love the woman. He tells the woman to submit to the man, to comply with the man. Why is that? It's because submission and compliance and obedience is a form of love. Servitude is an expression of the confession of love. Even Jesus himself said, if you love me, keep my commandments. In other words, keep my boundaries, keep my rules, keep the parameters that I put on your life, and keep the rules that I want you to obey. And when you obey these rules, you're letting me know that you love me. You see, even in the scriptures, God don't want you to become emotionally attached to him. He wants you to love him. So when it comes to women, women should never be giving your love, gentlemen. Never give your love to a woman. You make her earn your love. There's a difference. See, the reason why a lot of you gentlemen have a lot of failed relationships and you have a whole lot of failed marriages is because you love that woman. Now, when a man loves a woman, it's different than how a woman loves a man. Because a man can love a woman so hard, it could take him forever to get over that woman that he fell in love with. But if a woman is emotionally attached to you, it doesn't take that long for her to get over you. You see, gentlemen, when you are going through a breakup and you sleep with multiple women during the breakup, if you love that woman, you can't get over her. Because what you're doing is just being physical. You're just having physical gratification. But gentlemen, it's going to take time for you to move past that woman because you connected to her on a spiritual level through your love. Because men love hard. Women only love the emotions that you make them feel. Women only love how you make them feel. They don't really ever love you. This is why women are so emotional, but emotional attachment can deceive a woman. It can make a woman think that she is in love. It can make her think that she is falling in love, but that's not the case. Women are fickle. The only way that a woman can express her love to you, gentlemen, is if she serves you, if she acts as a feminine woman. Only through femininity can a man feel love from his woman. Only through her words of affirmation and admiration can a man really feel that he's being appreciated by that woman. A lot of women don't understand that. Again, a lot of women don't understand that. So you should never get attached, gentlemen, to a woman. If you want to love a woman, you got to first properly vet that woman. What do I mean? You need to understand about her background, man. You need to understand how she was raised, man, because that has a lot to do with how she would treat you. Or you understand what I'm saying? Again, don't get attached to a woman. Attachment is like a connection from a man to a woman. But the reason why men's heart gets broken all the time is because he loved her. A woman cannot love you, gentlemen, not in the ways that you want her to love you. This is why I say you never get attached to her. A woman will betray you. A woman will lie to you. A woman will cheat on you, mistreat you. A woman will have a baby by another man and then tell you that it's your child. And then you might find out years later that the baby that you was taking care of was never your child. Because some of you gentlemen move too fast when it comes to women. You have to take your time with a woman. You got to know what it is you want from a woman. You got to know what your intentions are when you're dealing with a woman. Now, if it's going to just be for sexual pleasure, then always keep that in your head. Don't let her talk you out your game plan. Don't spend a whole lot of excessive time with a woman that you only want for sex. Because a lot of gentlemen, as soon as that woman start putting that coochie on you, start speaking to you right, speaking to you the way that you want to be talked to, a lot of you start to develop emotions. A lot of you start loving this woman, even though this woman don't love you. This is how women can run game on you, because they know as soon as they get that man in love with them, they know that all they have to do is run them ragged. So your heart sometimes, gentlemen, sometimes your emotions is your worst enemy. Women can't love you if they can't first love the God that made them. Excuse me. Women can't love you if they can't love the Creator. Because like the Creator once said, Jesus, if you love me, then you obey me. If a woman can't obey God, what makes you think she's going to obey you? The modern day black woman is a lost breed. She is a lost tribe. She is lost in a world of materialism. She is lost in a world of lies. She has been lied to so much to the point that she is delusional. She honestly believes that if she gets a higher education or make more money, then she will become lovable. But gentlemen, you and I both know that isn't true. We know that when women are misguided, when they're led astray, they can destroy the community because of the narratives, or should I say, because of the ideologies that are taught to these women. They pass these things down to not only their friends, but to their children. And when they pass these feminine points of view down to their children, right then and there, a beta male is born. A beta male has feminine qualities. A beta male believes that he should put a woman on a pedestal. A beta male believes that he has to put the woman priorities over his own. He believes that he must put her emotional state of mind over his own. He believes that he must put her welfare and all of her plans and goals and ambitions above his own. Because the woman has been lied to. This is why, gentlemen, you cannot become attached to the modern day black woman. Because of the mindset. Their mindset is corrupt. Their mindset is toxic. And what happens when you touch anything toxic or radioactive? It affects you. It can tear you down. It can strip you of your motivation. It can drain you of your masculinity. It can drain you of your own pride. This is why when men go through a breakup, gentlemen, when real men fall in love and go through a breakup, they don't have enough energy to even take another woman seriously. Even though women could be blowing up his phone. Even though he's texting them, they're texting him back and they sending him nude pictures. He just don't have the energy sometimes to go see these brides, because a woman, when she realizes that a man loves her, she drains him out of his soul. She drains everything out of that man. Hold on, 1 second, gentlemen. What's up, Be at Ease? What's up, Jamal Francis? Thanks, Be at Ease. I appreciate that compliment, brother. What's up, bro? What's up? Hope y'all doing good out there. Yeah, you're right, man. I'm in my zone, man. Been drinking and smoking, man. Feeling pretty good right now. I had me some scotch earlier. Now I'm drinking on this red wine. And I'm smoking on an acid leaf cigar, Nicaraguan or hand rolled. Now back to what I was saying. When a man gives his all to a woman, that's exactly what he does. He gives her his all. And what a woman doesn't realize is When I say all, that means all of his attention. That means all of his finance. That means all of his protection. That means all of his provisions. That means all of his heart when a man truly falls in love with a woman. I'm not talking about puppy love. I'm talking about the type of love that if a man said, hey, this is the woman I want to be my wife. This is the woman I want to be the mother of my child. This is the woman I want to take care of for the rest of my life and the woman to bear my last name. That's real love. Even in the scriptures, Jesus himself said, no greater love than any man have than this, than if he were to give his life for his friend. A man who is in love with his woman, a man who is in love with his children will gladly and quickly give his life for his family because he loved them. So this is why women cannot play with a man's emotions. This is why women cannot play fucking mind games with a man, because you are putting yourself in a dangerous situation. This is why you got men that become stalkers after they fall in love with a woman. This is why men delete other men who are seeing their baby mama because a woman try to play with his heart because she do not understand. She doesn't understand that a man loves harder than a woman does. We have been told for a long time that women love more. Why? Because they are just nurturers. A man nurtures. And I hate when people say that women are more nurturing than us. They say that when we are being strong, when we are being tough, when we're being masculine, that we are displaying toxic masculinity. How is that possible? Let me give you an example, or should I say, let me ask you a question. How is it that I'm feminine or toxic when it comes to my masculinity when I hold my son, when I hold my daughter, when I hold my wife, when I tell all three of them that I love them? That's not me being in touch with my feminine side. That's me being masculine. Why? Masculinity has two sides. Masculinity has a softer side, and masculinity has a harder side. When I want to hold my child and teach my child the differences between right and wrong, when I want to teach my child how to ride his bike, when I want to teach my child how to grow up to be a strong young man, that's me loving him with my softer side of my masculinity. But yet, when I want to teach him how to fight and defend himself from bullies, because every boy, every man is tried in his lifetime. That's just a part of living. That's just a part of being a man. That's just a part of having manhood. You will always have to face people. You will always have people that will be adversarial to you and combative to you. You will have to defend yourself. If you cannot defend yourself, you cannot defend the ones that you love. And when I teach my son that, I am showing him and displaying and teaching him the harder side of masculinity. Hey Cap, how you doing, bro? So, again, gentlemen, you cannot become easily attached to the black woman. Not today's modern day black woman. Because today's modern day black woman means you harm. She doesn't have your best interest at heart. Not like the black women of the 50s and the 60s and earlier beyond then. Back then, black women put the family, the whole over the one, the many over the one. That is what black women used to do back then. But now black women put themselves first in all situations. They put themselves first in marriages. They put themselves first in parenthood. They just put themselves first in anything that they try to achieve, and to hell with everyone else. Everyone else is just a stepping stone. Everyone else is just another peg in the ladder to get up to the top. And here it is, as they step on top of your heart to get to that next level, they don't care about how it affects you. You're just nothing but collateral damage, all because you chose to become attached to the modern day black woman. And it's sad, it's tragic that we are where we are today. There was a time where even myself believed in rainbows, if you want to say that. Rainbows and tulips and butterflies and birds chirping in the trees like a Disney movie, sorry. But then when the reality and the harshness that I've experienced and seen in the lives of many other black men come from the modern day black woman, it counseled all that. it taught me how life really is. And I know many of you might think and say silly shit like, who hurt you? Ain't nobody hurt me. But if someone did hurt me, I bet you would be a black woman. So I'm not here trying to bash you, women out there. Hold on one second, gentlemen. I gotta go to my Gmail. One second, gentlemen. I gotta check something. I'll be right back on the show. All right. Love, like I said before, love is something that is unfading. Love is something that is undying. Love is a shield. Love protects, and love sacrifices. So, gentlemen, when you become emotionally attached to a woman, that is just the key to the heart. That's the key to the door of love. If you're not careful, you will be giving your heart to the wrong woman. And when you give your heart to the wrong woman, she will treat you in the wrong way. You will find yourself having to forgive yourself for becoming involved with the wrong woman. And sometimes a short-term pleasure can lead to a long-term pain. You know why? Because women, sometimes they can deceive you and make you think that they are angels. But you got to understand, angels have two natures. You have the angel in heaven, and you got the angel that's in hell. Lucifer, the devil himself, was an angel. And when you get one of these type of women, gentlemen, and most of you can agree, imagine having babies with these women and they become your baby mother. Just think of all the hell you're catching now, but in the beginning, it wasn't like that. You fell in love with a woman. Some of you just knocked them up. But the ones who actually tried to wife them up, you love them. Now, like I said before, emotional attachment is not love. It's just an enhancement of liking someone. It's an enhancement of a crush. A woman crushing on you. Like I said, when you are emotionally attached, it's not difficult to become emotionally detached because that is not love. This is why women can do you dirty after you gave them everything you could possibly give them. You understand what I'm saying? This is why women can turn their backs on you and sleep with your family members and sleep with your friends and cheat on you. Or experiment in alternative lifestyles such as bisexualism or lesbianism behind your back. Even have threesome with them hoes behind your back because she is only emotionally attached. And when it is convenient for her to get away from you, then she will emotionally detached. Do you get it? You know how it is when you cheat on a woman. If you really care for a woman and that's your main bride, you are emotionally attached to the bride. But when you're having sex with another woman, at that moment of time when you putting your pipe up in that woman, you are emotionally detached from that woman that you claim that you are emotionally attached to. Think about it. Because if you really are in love with somebody, man or woman alike, can you really cheat on them? Can you really do things and not have a conscience about what you're doing if you truly love them? You can't. It's like you trying to steal from your own mother because you love your mother or your grandmother or your father, trying to steal out their wallet or steal out their purse. You can't do that. Why? Because you love them. Even though you have the time and the opportunity and the space to do it, you just can't do it because you love them. So when a woman jumps on the ding-a-ling of another man, it's because she doesn't love you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? Hello, seven sinners. No, how about saying your thing, right? What's up, Germany? Yo, diggity, wise words. Thank you, man. So true. If a woman upload, like this man says, your private life online just to embarrass you, She don't love you. She never did. Don't get it wrong. Women who are emotionally attached to you, even though you love them, when you get strong enough to leave them hoes alone, they will still fight to keep you. Why? Because there's a benefit of dealing with you. Sometimes women are just narcissistic, even if you don't have nothing. The fact that you are the source of attention that they love, you're just feeding that emotional attachment that you develop to them. You get what I'm saying? They want you to remain either in love or emotionally attached to them. You are at your weakest point in your life as a man when you are emotionally attached to a woman or in love with a woman, because love will make you look past all of her flaws and faults. Some men would put up with disrespect from a woman because they love her. They try to make excuses as to why she's doing what she's doing because they love her. But if he didn't love her, he'll tell that bride to hit the road, Jack, and don't never come back. But when you're in love with a woman, you'll do things that you thought you'd never do. Like Al Green said, love will make you do right, love will make you do wrong. And that's true. Yes, sir. So don't ever get emotionally attached to a woman. Give yourself time to know the woman before you try to say you love her. Some of you think if a woman has sex with you and eat with you that she loves you. Women do all types of things just to manipulate you. Women are smart. Some of them are stupid, but women are smart. And when they decide to make you a mark or make you a target, they just change like a chameleon, become whatever you need them to be. They'll dress however you want them to dress. You could take a hood chick and she know that you don't like the way she dressed just to get you. Just so she can get you attached to her, she'll change the way she dressed to go out on a date with you, to try to show you that she's willing to be what you want her to be, when all along she's planning to take you down. So if a woman will not submit to you, gentlemen, if a woman will not obey you. Now, what do I mean by obey and obedience? Simply what I said. If you tell a woman to cut her friends off, she needs to do that for you. Because like Jesus said, if you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, do what it is that I'm asking you to do. If you love me, do what is required of you from me. And if you're a type of man who want to have a woman and she got to be your whole woman. Oh, hey there, Mr. Luke Perry. Excuse me, I'm gonna put y'all up there. Put a ring on it. This is how women manipulate you. Gentlemen, when you open the doors of your heart to a no good scallywag, when you open your hearts to a woman who don't give a damn about nothing else but herself and how to come up, you will always be hurt. I mean, she would take your heart and shatter it like a champagne glass. Do not allow a woman to come into your life only to destroy it. Do not ever allow a woman to come into your life and allow her to change you. See, again, when men love hard, they'll make necessary changes. But when a woman comes to your life and start changing you, see, they only try to change you once they understand that you have an emotional attachment or love for them. That's when you start to see all the bullshit. You don't never see the bullshit in the beginning because they know they got to work on it. They know they got to take their time. You know what makes a patient the best serial killer? The best serial killer is the one that's methodical, the one that takes his time to pick out his prey, the one that takes his time to learn the habits and the routine of the victim. That's the most efficient serial killer. This is why you had Ted Bundy and other type of serial killers be successful. This is how The modern day black woman thinks when she sees you, when she see you as a trick, a beta male provider, when she see you as someone that she can take advantage of, or when she see you as someone that she can get a good benefit out of if she stays with you, she's going to watch you. She's going to learn your routines. She's going to learn your habits. She's going to watch you and be very patient. She studies you like a serial killer. And the whole goal is to end your life as a bachelor, to end your life as an independent man, just to have you underneath her funky ass. And you'll do it too when you develop emotional attachments. That's true. Women always give you signs through conversation. But sometimes gentlemen, they don't want to look at the signs because they're so enamored. Sorry. Enamored. I don't know why I couldn't say the word then. With their beauty. And beauty don't mean shit, gentlemen. Don't get me wrong, I've been there. With a fine woman with big booty, breasts, and look beautiful in the face, it can pull you, it can lure you. It can lure you there. But so does a black widow spider web. You can get caught up in that thing, or insects see that thing and lay on it and get stuck in it, and it kills you. Women today, in my personal opinion, are like snakes. A snake can blend in with its environment. Can it not? You can walk right up on a snake. You ever seen them documentaries in the wildlife, how the mouse can get on a snake, be all over the snake, on top of the head of the snake, and the snake is just right there being still, waiting for the right opportune moment to attack its prey. That's how modern day black women are. They are chameleons. They're like lizards. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm just talking about characteristic traits. Oh, I see that. I'm reading your thing, man. I appreciate that compliment, man. I appreciate that compliment. Everybody who support this show, I appreciate that. Get back into it right quick. If you ever been in a relationship and you feel that you are alone, you're with a woman who does not love you. You could be in a relationship and still feel single, not because you out running the streets, but because you're not getting the proper attention that you're supposed to be getting from the one that you call your girlfriend, fiance, or wife. When a woman begins to do shit like that, she doesn't love you. If a woman does not cook for you, she doesn't love you. If a woman will not pack you a lunch, she doesn't love you. If your woman will not wash your clothes, she doesn't love you. If your woman don't call you when she goes to the store and asks you, do you need anything? She doesn't love you. Why? Because love is attentive. Love is attentive. Have you ever seen a mother with a baby? Even if the baby is not even fucking crying, the mother is always looking over it. Why? Because love is attentive. So if a woman loves you, then you also feel the attention of a woman. Women, or should I say women or women, they only give you the bare minimum. You know why they do that? Because you freely gave your love. You did not allow them to earn your love. When you make a woman earn your love, she will comply. She will respect you. She won't test you. The women that bullshit you, the women that test you, are the ones that are not for you. For example, if you tell a woman that you don't eat lobster, but then you go to a restaurant where they have seafood, she's not going to try to test you and say, try this. Just take a little bit. You're not allergic to it. No, I'm not. But just taste this. Tastes good. A woman that respects you is not going to try you. We go through life letting women try us when we should let them earn us. We are the prize. Think about the women who already got good money, good degrees, good jobs. They are still looking for men. And what do they say when they can't get a man? That a man is beneath them, that they need a man that makes as much as them. A man got to make more than them. He got to be a high value man. He got to make over 6 figures a year. See, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, women are designed and made by the creator to be with a man. So it does not matter how many degrees you get. It does not matter how much money you make. It does not matter how many cars you drive or how big your house is. At the end of the day, there will always be a longing. There will always be a hole in your soul that can only be filled by having a man. And you think that materialism, these women think that materialism, chasing a bag, is going to fill that hole, that void, but it can't. The only thing that can be poured into that lonely feeling that a woman has is masculinity that comes from a man. You see, when a woman tries to imitate masculinity, and I say imitate, because they can make it seem as if they are masculine. But you can't be masculine if you're not a man. Only a man can be masculine, hence the word masculinity, because the word man is in masculinity. Masculine has the word man in it. Let me put these up there. Just reading these comments, man. Let me put some of you on the screen before I continue to go. The only reason, I'm gonna tell you, you know what the ingredients are? Or should I say the ingredients is to make a bitter woman? Just like a cake need ingredients to make a cake. You need your eggs, you need everything else to make a cake. To make a bitter woman, all you need to have is loneliness and rejection. Once a woman feels rejected by the type of men that she secretly and deeply wants, when she feels that rejection, she goes into a cave of loneliness. And when she's in that dark cave of loneliness, she morphs and transforms into the bitter woman that we see every day. The type of bitter woman that we see every day that talks bad about black men. The type of bitter woman that we see that always has something venomous to say about black men and men of her race. Rejection and loneliness, the key ingredients to a bitter, angry black woman. One second, gentlemen, 1 second. 1 second. Checking my email. Okay. So what is the solution? We have talked about the problems and the things that make women the way they are. What is the solution? Gentlemen, the solution is loving yourselves enough not to become emotionally attached to a woman that you don't know. You know why the Bible called women strange women? When they talk about Solomon wanting a strange woman or chasing off a strange woman, because a stranger is someone who you do not know. And every time you meet a modern day black woman, she is a stranger because you do not know her intentions. You do not know her agenda. You do not know her past. You do not know her emotional baggage. You do not know her traumas. You do not know to what extent she will be deceitful. You do not know if you can trust her. Why? Because she's a stranger. She's a strange woman. And the thing is, we don't give ourselves time enough to understand that we are looking in the face of a beautiful stranger. We are not giving ourselves enough opportunity and chance, or whatever you want to call it, to try to vet women properly. Appreciate that, the Saint. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know I have ladies who watch as well. If you want to know why you're not living a lifestyle of love, peace, and happiness, then you got to look deep within yourselves and ask yourself, how many men have you played? How many men have you let down? How many times have a man come to you and propose for marriage, but you chose not to be with him because he simply was not what you wanted? He might have been what you needed, but he wasn't what you wanted because he wasn't living a fast life. See, a lot of you women live in a damn fairy tale world. Keep from sitting down. You want a man to make a whole lot of money. You want a man with a six-pack. You want a man that's over 6 feet tall. That's what you judge a man by, something trivial, something that is kind of petty. Of course, you got to be attracted to the man, but you look at those things, but you never look further. You never look at character. You never look at his value system. You never look at his principles and scruples. You never look at the things that genuinely make a man a man. You never look at the things that a man had to go through to become the type of man that he is today. It's not easy being a man. It's not easy trying to wake up every morning to see the next morning when you went through a day full of hell. It's not easy to do that when you're going through long nights trying to make it. It's not easy being a man. Every day a man comes in contact or comes in percent. How can I say this? I'm trying to think, man. Every day a man faces adversity in some way. Either someone's going to try to cut him off on the road and he got to practice restraint and temperance to keep from hopping out of his car or doing road rage, or someone's always going to try to mug him, because we live in a day and age in this society where everybody wants to try somebody else. Everybody wants to test somebody else. Everybody wants to try to pull somebody's whole cord. Everybody wants to be disrespectful to another person. This is the time that we live in. It's not easy for a man to be a man, especially a black man, in a world where we already are prejudged before they even get to meet us or before they even get to talk to us. We're already looked down upon. And then when we come to our black woman, she also looked down upon us as if she is a member of the KKK herself. Life is hard. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just trying to put some of y'all stuff up there. Put y'all comments up there right quick. Yeah, that's how they treat the same. Thanks, Cap. Like I said, women are designed to hold up the man. It's the man who comes up with the plans and the direction. It's the man who designs the blueprints. Excuse me. But it's the woman's job to hold us up when we feeling weak and down. Even though we have strength within ourselves to keep pushing through. The woman was designed to be a subservient to the man. The woman was designed to help us, to be a helpmeet. How the hell can you help somebody that you're tearing apart? A lot of women today, a lot of you women, you tear apart what is already established. You tear apart what is already built, or you tear apart things that are in the process of becoming. You tear apart marriages. You just got to look at the numbers and you see how many of these things are filed by women. And not every woman who starts a divorce does it because she was abused or cheated or the man cheated. Sometimes they just leave because the money isn't right or they're bored. The number one damn reason most times is boredom. Now, women like to say that men are not consistent. That is a whole lie. A man is very consistent. A man is routine. He gets up every morning, drink his coffee at the same time every morning. He gets up and go to work at the same time every morning. He comes home, take off his shoes, and take a bath every time during the day. He sit back and smoke his cigar and drink his scotch in the evening every time. Men are very routine and very consistent. It is you who is not consistent. Consistency goes beyond words and promises. You promise us that you're going to behave this way. You promise us that you're going to be this type of woman for us. You promise that you're going to be loyal. You promise that you will be faithful. You promise that we could depend on you. You promise so many things. But when trouble comes, when trials and tribulation comes into our relationships, you begin looking for other men. You begin to think about withdrawing. You begin to shut down. You say you need your time because you're upset. You need to go to another room. And a man will give you that time, but you never come out with any solution. You never come out and want to address the issue. You just want to get past it. Men are very vocal. So stop saying that men do not communicate or talk. We tell you every day what we want. But because it's not in a sensationalized way, just because it's not in an extravagant way, you don't seem to hear it. Now, if I yell and I scream at you, make it sensationalized, then you hear me, and then you say I'm being rude at the same time. But if I tell you something sweetly and nicely and respectfully, you don't want to hear that. You want an argument. Women love excitement and toxicity. How do I know this? Think of it, gentlemen. Am I wrong when I say this? That is mostly the women who always talk about makeup sex. Men don't talk about makeup sex nowhere. Men do not talk about makeup sex as much or as near as women do, because women love excitement. Women love for you to be mean to them sometimes. Women love when you act like you ain't no chump to them. See, for a peaceful man, a decent man is a peaceful man. You're stressing a decent man out because you got to have excitement. So you go get you a Pookie, a Nook Nook, a Ray Ray. Someone that's going to go upside your head so that you can have sex with them. Then you want to return back to the decent man. This is the day and the time and the era where all decent men of all colors say, no, we're not dealing with it no more. Let's see. Put some of y'all comments on there. Try to put some of y'all comments up there. That's true. Now, gentlemen, I was only going to make this to be about 30-minute live stream, so I'm about to shut it down. Yeah, but do me a favor. Like Luke Perry said, go ahead and share this video, man. If you think this was a good live stream, if you understood what I was saying, do me a favor. Thank you, Pyro Fenton. Put you up there. Do me a favor and share this video. Let people know about this channel. I'm trying to grow this channel. I greatly appreciate that. Definitely. Well, gentlemen, I'm about to shut it down. And as always, y'all be safe now. You hear?